Crackdown by the Punjab police against Khalistani hardliner Amritpal Singh. A decisive action has been taken today. The Punjab police launched a massive manhunt and an operation that included as many as 100 police vehicles. Khalistani sympathizer and Waris Punjab Day chief Amritpal Singh has been detained by the Punjab police from Nakodar in Jalandhar. The detention followed a massive manhunt, like I just said, launched by the state police, with reports saying there were as many as 100 police vehicles hot on the trail of Amritpal. The police have also arrested at least 10 associates of Singh, and sources say that weapons have also been recovered from them. Now viewers, there are 3 cases registered already against Amritpal Singh, out of which 2 are related to hate speech. 1 kidnapping case is also registered against him at Ajnala police station in Amritsar. The police have not revealed if any case was lodged against him after his supporters stormed the Ajnala police station and unleashed mayhem on February 24th. However, it is not clear in what current case this police action has taken place. But high drama prevailed and the cops finally managed to chase down Amritpal and his associates. An unconfirmed video was shared by one of the associates, appeared to show Amritpal's convoy being chased by the police. That's the video there on your screen. The man on the left-hand side, right beside the driver, wearing a blue turban, is said to be Amritpal Singh. But this was from earlier in the day. Now he's under detention of Punjab police. Without wasting any time, let's open this up. Maninder Singh Bitta, chairman of the All India Anti-Terrorist Front, needs no introduction. Major General G.D. Bakshi, a regular here on Times Now, someone who speaks his mind and heart. R.S.N. Singh, author, analyst, and Mr. Shashikant completes the panel. Is the former DGP of Punjab. Now, General Saab, I want to begin by asking you, and we've been talking about this for weeks now. Finally, action has been taken, and decisive action at that. All right, we'll go to General Bakshi and all the others in just a bit, but let's listen to reactions coming in.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਬਾਬਾ ਜੀ ਚੁੱਪ ਕਰੋ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ, ਪੁਲਿਸ ਲੱਗੀ ਵੀ ਹੈ ਭਾਈ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਤੇ ਸੰਗਤ ਨੂੰ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ ਸੰਗਤ ਪਹੁੰਚੋ। ਲੋਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਮੈਂ ਲਾਈਵ ਸੈਂਡ ਕਰਦਾ ਪਿਆ ਜੀ।
Now, another Amritpal's associate was heard making an appeal on social media, saying police was coming after him. Amritpal's funding, viewers, is also under scanner, and a Pakistan link to his funding has emerged. It is amply clear now that the Pakistani deep state had paradropped this man from Dubai. Times Now has exclusively accessed the secret intel note that says that Amritpal's treasurer Basant Singh Daulatpura was getting funding from Pakistan. This report adds that when Amritpal was in Dubai, he was in close touch with Jaswant Singh, who is brother of Pak-based militant and ISYF chief Lakhbir Singh. Now, with the situation still tense, mobile internet has been suspended across Punjab, and this will remain in force till about 12 p.m. in the afternoon. Punjab police also took to Twitter to make an appeal to the public to maintain calm, and has assured that the situation is firmly under control. Now, sources say that the Union Home Ministry is constantly keeping a tab and is monitoring the situation, and has assured all the help required to the Punjab government. And also, we've been told that the paramilitary forces have been put on alert to assist the state police. As a precautionary measure, paramilitary forces are learned to have sealed Amritpal's Jallupur Kheda village in Amritsar. Let's now open this up to the panel of experts who will break this down, tell us what it really means. I've introduced them already. General Saab, I want to begin by asking you very simply this, that we were expecting this to happen much earlier, but finally action has been taken.
You know, it's never too late, as they say, and thank God the action has been taken. because a very dangerous situation was developing. This man was turning out to be Bhindrawale 2.0. The playbook is exactly the same, and for a person like me who had served in Punjab in counter-terrorist operations from 85 to 87, 2.5 years, we saw Punjab through one of the worst phases. It was like deja vu. It was like just a repeat of what had happened then. And let me tell you, there is the Pakistani ISI has got its infamous K2 plan. They are bent upon reviving the terrorist movement in the Punjab, in the Khalistan terrorist movement and the Kashmir terrorist movement. They have been flooding the Punjab with drugs, and last 3 to 4 years, there is a stream of these quadcopters, hexacopters, dropping arms, ammunition, grenades, prefabricated IEDs, drugs and cash, all designed to start this movement. And let me tell you, the ISI is not alone. George Soros has allocated $1 billion to destabilize the government of India, to create problems for us. They are seeing India emerging as the new boy on the block, and everybody seems to be doing their little 2 pennies worth to try and trip us up. So we have to be extremely careful. There was no question of taking it lightly. Last year and a half, 2 years, we have been using RPG-7 rocket launchers being used in the Punjab. Let me tell you bluntly, no rocket launchers have been fired in J&K, where the terrorism is supposed to be at a much higher pitch in weapon usage profile. This is extremely dangerous. And look at what is happening in Canada, in Australia, in the United Kingdom, all over the world. You know, there is this Khalistani movement being funded by the ISI and some other intelligence agencies, which are not happy to see India, marching on its way to superpowerhood, to economic heights. You see, we are the 5th largest economy already, and a lot of people don't seem to be too happy with that. So Punjab is one of the prime targets. I'm very glad they have now taken that action, because the last time, unfortunately, it was a bit of a fiasco. And Punjab police, cut a sorry figure, because they had to more or less kneel down. This gentleman, made a laughing stock out of them, tried to make a laughing stock out of them. But the Punjab police is a very tough police, one of our best. And I'm glad they have done this operation quite professionally and with due diligence. That is why this linkage, the financial linkage with the ISI has been traced. And that should help the NSA, the National Security Act, to put this man behind the bars for as long as it takes. This man is dangerous. There was no question of allowing him to get a free run like that. You can't, we have gone through this once before, and we could not afford to have a Bhindrawale kind of a Frankenstein coming up and, gaining traction and being able to mobilize crowds. You can always pay for crowds, and quite obviously the funding is coming in a big way. So I'm glad this has happened today. It was getting very late. It was getting worrisome. I'm glad we have cracked down at long last, and I hope this crackdown will be meaningful and will make sure this man is kept out of circulation for the next few years at least.
And here's the twist, General Saab, here's the twist, and I'm sorry to break this piece of information. This is really a twist, and I am at a loss of words. Now, the Information and Public Relations Department in Punjab is saying that the Punjab police launched a crackdown against elements of Varish Punjab Day. 78 people have been arrested, but Amritpal Singh has escaped. Amritpal Singh, General Saab, Colonel RSN, and Mr. Sashikant, Amritpal Singh is yet to be nabbed. This is news just coming in. Manhunt is still on, says this release. 9 weapons, including 8 rifles, 1 revolver recovered during operation. Situation is under control. Citizens requested not to believe in rumors. Now, this is the official word from the Punjab Information and Public Relations Department. Now, before we go any further, let me bring in my colleague Gurpreet Chinna, who's tracking the developments, and I'll go to Ziad in just a bit. But Gurpreet, what happened?
Well, what we have learned, it seems that it's the strategy of the police. They have officially come. They have said that 78 people have been arrested, but now they are saying Amritpal is still on run and they are trying to locate him. But it seems that it could be possibly a strategy of Punjab police, because otherwise they could have issued this press release earlier too also. But as of now, we have to go by the official comment and statement which is being issued by the Punjab police. And what we have learned that this operation is still going on in Nakoda. Huge force has been deployed, and on each and every nook and corner is being frisked there. So if we can go by the statement of the police, it's very clear. They are saying that 78 persons have already been arrested of Waris Punjab, and Amritpal is still on run. So let's wait for the official communication, because earlier we have seen the top official, they say he has been detained and he is in the police custody. They are trying to make a formal arrest in this case. But now they have come up with the official statement where they had said he is on the run. But what we learned from the sources also that it seems that huge.
Let's go over this statement. Gurpreet, just stay with us, please. Stay on that line. And before I bring in General Saab, Colonel RSN, and Mr. Shashikant, Ziad is now joining us. Ziad, let's go over this police document that you have.
Yes, we have the police statement right here with me. I'll quickly walk you through that statement. It says today Punjab police launched a massive statewide cordon and search operations in the state against elements of Waris Punjab, against whom several criminal cases stand registered. In this operation, a total of 78 persons have been arrested so far, while several others have been detained for questioning. Today afternoon on the Shahkot Malshan Road in Jalandhar district, several activities of WPD were intercepted by the police. 7 persons were arrested from the spot. Several others, including Amritpal Singh, are on the run, and a massive manhunt has been launched to nab them. So we learnt earlier through our sources that he was detained, but now it appears that he has given police a slip and has managed to escape.
Okay, we'll try and connect with Nikunj Garg also, who will inject some sense into this. But General Saab, how should this be taken?
Well, the situation is too fluid. Very frankly, I'd wait for things to crystallize. Very, very frankly, I'd wait for things to crystallize. With the experience that I have in this domain, I wouldn't hazard too many guesses. I'd let the police come out with this. But in case if he has escaped, well, then we will have to take back all the words of praise that we had put in for the Punjab police. But like I said, I would wait for the situation to crystallize before making any definitive comments.
But the government in this statement that I just read out, because you're talking about the word of praise, has made it clear that 78 associates of Amritpal have been arrested. That's a big number. So, as far as praising the Punjab police and this operation is concerned, I think, that still holds. But Colonel RSN, the manhunt is still on. The Punjab police has not given up yet.
Yeah, just give it a thought, and you have your own sources, I'm very sure. Why has this operation started only after Sisodia's arrest? Has he spilled the beans? Has he spilled the beans? And there is more to come? At least I am, my sources told me that he has revealed a lot during his interrogation. About, General Bakshi is talking about ISI's K plan. We all know K plan. I mean, you don't expect ISI to do anything better. But what about the K plan of our Indians? Why do you forget Singhu border? And I have heard this enough, that so-and-so was created by so-and-so and he became a monster and this guy is a monster. Yes, I can believe if people who are, half educated, they are swayed by such, such slogans or such agendas or such narratives. But what about politicians in these countries and political parties? Has the country forgotten the collusion between the ruling dispensation in that state?
No, I
and
understand,
here in Delhi
Colonel
state,
Arasan, I completely understand the sentiment.
Khalistanis?
I completely understand the sentiment with which you are speaking. But sir, please,
1 minute.
I just beg your indulgence, sir. I just beg your indulgence today, Colonel Arasan. I am never the one to stop you or to, interrupt you. I am only begging your indulgence because, like General Bakshi said, that the situation today is just too fluid. So let's all be restrained and responsible in our commentary. Let's not. I'm not saying that you are not being responsible. I am only saying that let's wait for information to come our way. And allow me to bring in Mr. Sashikant, former DGP. Sir, as someone who's...
I'm not talking about these operations. I'm not at all talking about these operations. I am giving you the larger perspective.
I understand, sir. I understand.
Just the larger perspective. And one thing I want...
Yeah, go ahead, sir. Make your point.
Just let me add one more thing. I can explain. I say in the afternoon also. I tell you with this full responsibility. This time, most of the retired government servants of a particular class and community in the civil services and armed forces, a sizable chunk, they have been silent supporters of these Khalistanis, and there should be a commission set on them, and their pension should be stopped. People who have been drawing handsome pensions from the government. And it is not confined to one, it is confined to various government servants. The filth that they are propagating on social media, etc., for last 2-3 years, people should have taken notice of it. Some of them are getting pensions more than 1 lakh rupees. And they are the silent supporters. Somebody had to bell the cat. And I'm doing it now.
Okay. Strong words as always from Colonel Arasan.
This country. People who have taken everything to this country. They have squeezed the country. Some of them were instigating us to go to join the farmer agitation.
Okay. I'll come back to you, sir. I'll come back to you. Mr. Sashikant, now before I bring you in, Ziad, my colleague, has a dossier on Amritpal. This is how Amritpal is being funded by Pakistan. And we shouldn't be surprised. Ziad.
Yes, Pranesh, I have the dossier on Amritpal Singh. This is basically government sources that we are coming to know. All this information is from government sources that we are learning. And it says Amritpal Singh is the patron of Waris Punjab, the organization. Amritpal Singh is an NRI who was a truck driver in Dubai. While living in Dubai, he came in contact with ISI. He was told to motivate the naive young Sikhs in the name of religion. It was understood that the ISI would spend money, and by bringing the Sikhs behind in the name of Khalistan, I would have my say in Punjab. It goes on to say, after coming to Punjab at the behest of ISI, Amritpal Singh took the help of Amrit Sanchar to set up his organization. Later, he launched a campaign called Khalsa Wahir and strengthened his organization by going to the villages. He stirred up the issues of Punjab and started inciting the Sikhs against the government of India. Amritpal Singh started to succeed in getting people to do what he wanted under the guise of religion. This strengthened the ISI and its morale. Due to these actions, the memories of the bad times of terrorism were revived among the Punjabis. So clearly, Pakistan ISI link coming to fore behind the meteoric rise of Amritpal Singh.
The people can see through all of this Pakistani design behind this. Mr. Sashikant.
Yeah, of course. It's obvious, more than obvious, the way he landed up at an opportune time when Deep Sidhu was no more. He had floated this organization. He came, captured that against the wishes of the relatives of Deep Sidhu. Right. And then the question, as you rightly mentioned, is when he was in Dubai, who indoctrinated him? Who supported him? Who gave him monetary help? who propped him up. Certainly, yes, it was ISI, but again, I'll say a section of our diaspora was also along with him, and they were sort of supporting him. And this is what it is. And coming to whatever has happened today, I'll say yes, action has finally been taken, but it's too late. You know that whatever happened at Ajnala and whatever happened at Mohali, when these guys had sort of Punjab police was attacked and they couldn't do anything, and that led to an absolutely low point of the morale of the Punjab police. So, okay, action has been taken. I wish this action was taken because I was on some other channel where I was responding and talking to people. They were proposing questions. And it appears that this person had sort of succeeded in blindfolding, influencing the people. And people are just talking all sorts of things and indulging in rumor mongering and this and that. And like some people, they snapped at me. They said he was doing only Amrit Sanchar. Okay, everyone wants some kind of pretext to carry out the action. If I want to do something, certainly I'll do something. I'll try to put on that kind of mask that I'm just a social activist. This is what exactly happened. I'm sorry that Punjab police took action, but too late. Its action should have been taken long back. And I'm sure that they will take this to the logical conclusion. If it's not taken to its logical conclusion, and prosecution is not effectively filed in the court of law, if he gets comes out as scot-free, he's going to become a hero, and it will be very difficult to contain him. This is my word, and I hope the Punjab police and Punjab government, as also central agencies and central government, are listening to my words, because I work in all sorts of organizations, IB, CBI, external affairs.
I understand that, which is why we are having you here, Mr. Shashikant. Now, before I bring in Mr. M.S. Bitta, who's joining us, had a problem in his line, so he's joining us late, and he's someone who also speaks his mind. Mr. Shashikant, help us understand when you see such a release from the Punjab police in which they say that, look, the manhunt is still on to nab Amritpal, but 78 associates have been arrested, 9 weapons have been found. What does it tell you about the nature and scale of the crackdown?
Look, I believe Punjab police. I've been a part of Punjab police. This reputation is notwithstanding almost for 4 decades. I believe Punjab police, and I think, like General Bakshi has also said, situation is too fluid. We should not try to jump at conclusion and try to add into the confusion which is already there. Let's wait and see. And I'm sure the Punjab police has done a good job arresting this person. They're wholly armed. They could have opened fire. They contained them. They took away the arms. Certainly, it's a big feather in the cap of the Punjab police. Thank you.
General Saab, should we be disappointed that he is yet to be nabbed, or should we be hopeful that the manhunt is still on to nab him?
You know, my experience of these operations, I've been in the Punjab, I've been in J&K, 3-4 tenures. So these things remain very fluid, and I generally used to wait till they crystallized before jumping to premature conclusions. So I would like to wait till these things crystallize, because we were told something else in the morning. Now a different statement is coming out. I would let the dust settle down, because in the heat of action, you know, there is that so-called fog of war. And from my experience, I would not at this stage try to say anything. I can guess at some things that could be happening, but I'd keep my counsel to myself. I would trust the people on the ground, because either you are there yourself conducting the operations, otherwise leave it to the boy on the ground, the man on the ground. I think he would know best.
And the men on the ground are the brave officers of Punjab police, men and women. Of course, Colonel RSN wants to come in. Yes, sir.
No, I can tell you one thing. I too have operated with Punjab police for some years, and you can't find a more professional and a brave force. I mean, it's a very well-known fact. They had definitely crushed the insurgency last time, but the embers were still there, because we did not address the ism. And it kept growing larger and larger, and then you had the political parties feeding in. And why ISI? Why only ISI? Why do you forget, people like Trudeau? People, people of Indian diaspora who are lawmakers in Canada coming and sitting here. So you just, it's not only the ISI which is feeding in. A lot of people are feeding in. And again I say, feeding into this people who are drawing salaries and pensions from the government of India. I'm making a very, very serious charge. And if you say that there is only a handful of people, I am sorry.
No,
I'm glad you.
I'm glad you made that point. I'm glad you made that point about more than a handful of people, and I think that has got General Bakshi also interested in adding something. Yes, General Saab.
I would at this time rather focus at the external dimension of it. External dimension, because there's a strong external dimension. The simple fact is, a guy is recruited in Dubai, he's trained, he's brought in, inducted to lead the charge, become Bhindrawale 2.0. There is that constant inflow of arms and ammunition across the fence by using technology, by using drones. There is a much larger thing behind this, and here are people in India who are saying Pakistan is facing economic meltdown, social collapse, security problems galore, and we should help it because it is doing all this to us. This is the time to hit back. I think far too often we have been reactive and defensive. The repercussions should be felt across the border. The repercussions must be felt across the border. We have started doing very well in this. We had the Uri surgical strike, we had the Balakot raid, and then we went back to good old ways of ceasefires and, peace with Pakistan and what have you. And some of us think that just because Nawaz Sharif's younger brother is now in charge, perhaps we have a chance for peace. You don't, because he's not in charge. It is the Pakistani deep state which is in charge. The military, the ISI, they are in charge. They will never want peace. They are sinking down the tube, and they want to take you along.
And there's also an ecosystem, General Saab. There is also an ecosystem in our part that amplifies that kind of anti-India narrative.
There are people in this country who are actually suggesting that we should help Pakistan. I think they wanted to give financial aid. Give us a break. This is insanity. We should give it back to them. Pay them in the same coin. If they are sinking, we should help them sink faster. Because if this is what they are up to, a country of India's size cannot take it lying down. Pakistan is behind this. Pakistan must pay. I mean, there's no defensive defense. We'll fight only on our own side of the border. We are not Gandhian anymore. We have hit back across the border once, twice. We should do it again. If they are facing financial meltdown, if they are facing problems and they don't see sanity and sense, we should give it to them across the border.
Now, Mr. Sashikant,
we should stop being defensive.
Absolutely, we should, and like you said, we should deal with them in the language they understand best. Because helping Pakistan would be like giving them money so that they can bleed India 1,000 cuts every day, not just in Kashmir, but look what they're doing in Punjab. Mr. Sashikant now coming in. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just wanted to say one thing. Of course, maybe Pakistan is crumbling. I don't care, can't care less. But if we want to cut Pakistan down to size, here we've got 2 ex-army officers. Pakistan has tons and tons of SS money, Secret Service funds, which gets generated out of the drug which they are pumping into this country, and through this country they are sending abroad. If we want to cut Pakistan to size, besides other things, I think if we cut down this chain of drug supply, their resources, their Secret Service funds, the SS fund will dry up, and let it go to hell, let it go to collapse economically or whatever it is. But if we have to launch a complete attack, we have to ensure that their drug line, which is their lifeline, is also cut down. Thank you.
And, you know, talking about narco terror, and we'll come back to it, but let's talk about this operation, Colonel RSN. Now that this man is on the run, what does it take to evade a police crackdown of this magnitude? I'm sure there are sleeper cells, you know, you can come up with more terms to describe who are these people, a system, a network that is helping him.
No, I have no doubt in my mind that he will be apprehended. There are any number of proxies. He is floating between these proxies. There are any number of people giving, you know, safe havens. So he will be caught. I have absolutely no doubt about you. I know Punjab police very well, right? Even in my previous organization, you know, the organization that I had finally, you know, left, I was last posted to, I had officers, you know, from the Punjab police. One of them is heading the organization as well. So I have absolutely no doubt about it that he will. But I am talking about the larger picture. You see, the problem is not going to be solved. Yes, it is. He needs to be nabbed, because remember, these things are happening right on the border. But is it going to solve the problem? And yes, the ISI is there, but look at the scale of subversion. Khalistan is subverted in Canada. Khalistan is subverted in United States. Khalistan is subverted in UK. Khalistan is subverted in Australia. Khalistan is subverted in Dubai. My God. Look at the scale. Who are the people who are responsible? Who are the people who are peddling this, you know, peddling this Pakistani agenda? I told you that there are political parties, there are politicians, there are retired government officials. Who is peddling this agenda? Now you mean to say, and look at this, the Pakistanis pick up the Granthi's daughter in Nankana Sahib, get her married forcibly to a Muslim, and nothing happens. And yet you have people running a langar and Shine Bagh. Look at the scale of subversion. So that is why I say that please address the ism. आपने यहाँ पे ठेका नहीं ले रखा है, ये एक country है, and we will do. If an ism hurts the unity and integrity of this country, the fraud of that ism has to be called out.
And how do we do it, General Bakshi? How do we do this? We have the prescription.
You are very right, and RSN has a point. What I am trying to again say is, what we have seen, I have 37 years of experience of counter-terrorist, counter-insurgency operations. We in India have been generally reactive. We have been confined ourselves to consequence management on own side of the border. We had limitations at one point in time in the 1990s when the Soviet Union had collapsed. Our primary source of weapons had dried up. We did not have much options then. We have options now. We started using them, and it had a salutary impact on Pakistan. You know, it could do nothing when we did away with 370 and 35A. Apart from making noises and whimpering up to China, who tried to help them by staging the tamasha in Ladakh and got it back, right? So now the time has come that we must get proactive. If a country wants to drop one drop of Indian blood on this side of the border, there must be 100 drops on the other side. For every one Indian, there must be 100 corpses on the Pakistani side. That state is ripe for balkanization. That state is ripe for a pushover into a black hole of collapse. Let's give it a final push if they are asking for it. At the point when they should be having better things on their mind, how to save their country, how to save their economy. If they are going to focus on India, well, I think we need to give that focus right back. Laser sharp focus, and so hot that it burns. I think we have stood the nonsense of this country for enough number of decades. We have been very patient, I think, very kind, very restrained, very Gandhian, I would say. The time has come to give it back.
Can I ask something
and
more
not fight
fundamental,
defensively
General Saab?
anymore,
And I
not
don't
be
know,
reactive.
I don't know who to come to, because, and I want a word each from all of you. What has got us here? Why did we allow this to come to this?
Which you were asking to.
You know,
Hello.
history repeats itself.
Yeah, General Saab, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. That's for you. Yes.
You know, history repeats itself, the first time as tragedy, the second time as farce. With our own eyes, we had seen the Bhindrawale phenomena, that playbook being played out in the Punjab. How a small-time preacher had become a Frankenstein. You know, because at that time also political skullduggery was being done. They wanted to weaken the political power of the Akalis, put up a rival, and that rival turned out to be a Frankenstein. And we've seen it all. So when you know it all, and here comes an inductee from Dubai, you know, who used to smoke, who used to shave his beard and, you know, trim his beard, etc., etc., suddenly turns saint par excellence, comes to the Punjab and he is trying to teach Sikhism to the poor peasants of the Punjab. This is a foreign enterprise, you know, incubated in Pakistan and being waged all over in Canada and you know, United Kingdom and the other countries, with the BBC not too well disposed towards us and our Prime Minister. I don't think we need to be very defensive. I think we need to now make it plain to the world that India will not take this lying down. Yes, we have been asleep on the wheel for some time. We have been watching it grow and we have not really reacted. Maybe that justifies a strong reaction when you do. Let's see that strong reaction. Let's see the strong reaction. Let it not be consequence management oriented, confined to our own side of the border, as if it is a sin to cross the Pakistani border when they fly drones across every day to drop
And they're
drugs, to
asking
drop
for it.
weapons, grenades.
Well, RSN, Pakistan is asking for it.
It has been happening for 4 years.
It's time for jaw for tooth.
No, as far as timing is concerned, the timing couldn't be, better. This is the time. There are so many, stories and half-truths or maybe even truths, floating around. I don't know if Pakistan is even in control of its nuclear weapons. I don't know if the trigger mechanism is still with them. I don't know even if the courts are still with them. There are any type of rumors. Rumors or whatever you may say, and I mean, there is not enough to eat, and I don't know when there is not enough to eat. I don't know even if the Pakistan military is getting enough to eat. So this is the time. After all, this Pakistani state was created on the basis of faith. So the faith has failed them. So they are now subverting other faiths. So before they go beyond a point, I think they have to it must be driven home to them that your creation was very, very artificial, and here is the end of the artificial. It is as simple as that. It has to crumble. Half of it had already crumbled in 1971. Now, I mean, we should carry out the unfinished agenda. Where is the doubt about it? Where is the doubt about it?
Where is the doubt? And it's just a matter of time, like all our experts are saying, before the Punjab police manages to trace this man down and before he's arrested. Mr. Sashikant, I give you the last word on the show.
I'll say only one thing, that in a political system, in any administrative system, a person has to be vigilant all the time. You can't sleep on the wheel at all. When this person threatened the Home Minister of the country, when he threatened our country in one way or the other, talking about that they'll take up the Khalistan agenda, that was the time to act. But I'm
Not
happy
just the
that
Home
at least
Minister,
they have acted, and they should act and take it to the
Chief
logical
Minister.
conclusion.
It does not
Thank
believe
you.
in the Constitution. It does not believe in the idea of India. Why are we pussyfooting around Amritpal Singh and all those
should
people
not.
who are advocating his cause? And General Bakshi was absolutely right that we should not hesitate in going the full hog. Enough is enough. Action has to be taken. A message has to be sent. And I thank all of you. And I promise you, viewers, the moment Amritpal is arrested, nabbed, Times Now will bring that to you first. You will hear it first on Times Now. General Saab, Colonel RSN, Mr. Shashikant, thank you for joining us on the News Hour.